Hey, Shelby. Hey.
So today we have a really important topic, something that is so big, especially within the last year and a half, and that's fear and anxiety. So start us off. What would you love to contribute?
I was just actually writing about this today, so I wanted to talk about it. And I just was thinking about my life when I'm feeling in fear, or like I'm stuck on a fence, or you're trying to make a tough choice, but you don't know what to do because you're afraid of what might happen. Or I think that happens a lot, especially during transition, especially when we're having stress in our life, we get stuck. And what I wanted to talk about was the two principles that I kind of like to remember when I'm feeling stuck on a fence and feeling in fear. And the first one is to remember that you can't mess it up. Whatever happens to you, you're going to have positive and negatives, ups and downs, ebbs and flows with it, good and bad, just like everything else. And so and there will be nothing that needs to be forgiven, nothing that you need to be forgiven for. Everything will just be in new forms. So any comment on principle number one?
Oh, I love it. It's so good. And I think that's something, after I heard that from our mentor, Dr. Demartini, I'm not sure if that's where you heard it the first time. It certainly was for me. When you can't mess it up, if you really just like take a breath, pause, and think about that, like you can't mess this up. That's huge, right?
Yeah.
You go.
No, because you're only going to attract an experience, and you're going to attract an experience where you're going to learn something. And so there's nothing really you're going to mess up on. You're just going to learn a lesson, and you're going to be on track. Whatever choice you make, just know you're going to be on track, and you're going to attract exactly the experience necessary to learn and grow.
Yeah, well said. That sounds so. What were you going to say?
No, so yeah, I was going to talk about principle number two. Which was around also to remember that nothing will be missing whatever you decide. So when you make the choice, sometimes you're afraid of, I'm going to miss something, or I'm going to gain something I don't want, or I'm going to lose something that I want. And so it kind of keeps you stuck as well. So to remember that nothing will be missing when you make your decision, you're just going to attract new forms of things, different than the old forms. And it's going to be the perfect balance of what you need to move forward and to learn and grow as well. So, nothing is missing. There's just an illusion that you're going to have gain and loss, when actually just all changes forms. So for me, that helps me relax into making a choice, knowing that I'm just going to track something in a new form. I'm not going to miss anything. And I'm going to attract exactly what I need next. So what do you think about that?
I think it's perfect. And I think you and I think very similarly around this in regards to fear, around anxiety. When, it's coming up real quick in our body, maybe we have some indecision, maybe we feel stuck. Well, here's the thing, the pain of being stuck is almost as bad as, that thing that we fear of actually taking the action. So if we, want to do big things in our lives, we want to perform at a high level, we want to reach a new level, it's actually about taking action, right? And so knowing that nothing's missing, and no matter what decision you make, there's going to be positives and negatives on both sides, and that you can't mess it up, just go for it.
Yeah. Right. And just allow yourself to make a choice and embrace the new experiences that you're going to have. And those new experiences are going to create a new outcome, which is probably why you're on the fence, because there's something inside of you that knows it's time to change something and shift, but you can't shift unless you actually make new choices about life. And so that's where having these two principles in your mind, when you're sitting with fear about what to do, just realize that you can't mess it up, and just make the decision and then embrace what comes to you.
Yeah, so well said. Dave, where can people find you if they want to learn more?
DrDaveTuck.com is a great spot to learn more about this. How about you?
Awesome. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also going to be hosting a webinar on fear and anxiety and how top performers move through those moments of fear and anxiety. So if you're interested, would love to see you on my free webinar.
Fantastic. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Bye, Dave.
Bye.